This meeting is being recorded.
Let me start sharing my screen then. Right, so let me share the screen for today's session. Just a minute. Excuse me. Ensure that I am audible. I hope I am audible, everyone.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. Let me share now. Okay, so welcome to the ATAL FDP hosted at RK University, Rajkot, Gujarat. This is the day 6. We had a good number of online series for the cybersecurity and digital forensics from the day 1 to day 5. We had a good sessions. And again, today is the 19th November, the last day for the online series for the online ATAL FDP under the banner of the cybersecurity and digital forensics. And again, we are having the again very well renowned personality from the industry, Mr. Rajan Fasra. Let's welcome Mr. Rajan Fasra today from the Honeywell, Bangalore. And he is the advanced cybersecurity engineer over there. And today he will be covering IoT Pentesting and hacking part from the IoT. So I welcome Rajan sir. And let me introduce, I would like to have opportunity to introduce you. Rajan sir is doing the best practices in the different field of the cybersecurity and digital forensics. And in a daily life, he is keen to learn new things, and he's a tech greedy, and he is reading the different magazines of the technologies, and he is doing the good things in the Internet of Things. He's working and doing the research on the Internet of Things. His basic the focusing area of the IoT, OT, ICS, and embedded pen testing as the future demand skilled personnel in the same. And he's always keen to learn the new things. So again, I welcome Mr. Rajan sir to take a desk and to start with the day 6 with the IoT pen testing and hacking knowledge. Thank you so much, sir. Over to you.
Hello, everyone. So, yeah, good evening. And if there are people from different time zones, then good morning to them too. Hope I'm audible perfectly. And yeah, if everybody is ready and excited, then we are good to go. So can I get some confirmation if my voice is fine or you want me to speak loud a bit?
Yes, sir. Your voice is clear to us. Other participants, how about the voice?
Yeah, you can just show a
Very
thumbs
clear.
up.
All clear.
Audible. Voice is
Okay.
audible.
Wonderful.
Okay, great,
Thank you
great.
so much. I'll share my video so you can see me and get familiarized with me. Hello, everyone. So I would like to make this session more different than all the other videos and sessions you have attended till now. So I want to see some energy here and want to see some learning and fun activity together. It's not just me talking. I want you to interact with me throughout the session. So again, let me remind you, I am no teacher, or I'm not in a position to give you some very in-depth expertise here. I'm just trying to learn something and share to the community back. So I'm learning constantly, as everybody know by now. Learning is constant activity in this day of age we are living, especially because if you stop learning, at one point you will be lagging behind, and yeah, you will be a little bit far away from everybody. Now, to make it more fun and interactive, I would like you to make sure whenever somebody have some questions and all, we will try to make it little in a flow way. So we'll try to gather the questions. Maybe you take a note of the questions, and at the end, when we have actually dedicated Q&A, I would like to answer them in a more better organized way. So just note down the questions you get, or maybe just a title of slide where you want to go back or refer something. So that will be great. And now I will just give a bit of my background, which you might not know, or if you are aware, that's good. I'm not sure if I have met any of you in person anytime. And most of you, thank you for joining here. You are already in a very good position and in industry, sharing your knowledge and brightening so many futures of students. So thank you so much to each of you for joining here and being in a community to share back. So I have done my BTech. That's a good thing to start with, because that you will connect very well. I have done my BTech in Marwadi Engineering College, which is in Rajkot. Obviously, you know that. And I was the first, I was the student in first batch of it, which was 2009 to 13. So yeah, after that, I have done one particular trying to do GATE and then try for some entrance exams and all, as everybody do here. Then finally, I went to SRM, where I did my master's. So then I did my master's in information security and cyber forensics. And some of my friends and colleagues from industry also are in this session. They were excited to be here and want to see me after maybe few months or year to see how I'm doing and what are the things I'm presenting here. So yeah, I'm very excited to share this with you. And after now doing my master's, I have been in industry almost now 6 years plus counting. So I did a little work in Wipro for almost some 3 years, where I have started in different technologies, like mostly web application pen testing and thick client, which is like your desktop application, you can say. Then API, mobile, lots of those things are basic networking testing and all. So after Wipro, I currently am at Honeywell, which you know for now. And almost now 3 years I'm in Honeywell too. And I'm very happy to work there, and I learned so many new things. So when I came to Honeywell, I started in IoT space. And that's why this session is all about. What are the things I learned? What are the things which was very new to me? And I was very excited and happy to learn all this new knowledge of, like, we have an ocean of everything in cyber, as you have your own ocean to learn and share, yeah, you know. So yeah, now I'm here and I want to share what some of the things I have learned along the way in last 3 years in IoT space. Some of the things I have learned along the way from my colleagues, my friends, and some of my mentors in community. I do lots of sessions, attending also and participate, like presenting also. This is one more adding to it. So I go to Null community, which is one of the famous to keep up with cyber, which is free, which is a free chapter-wise community, which happens maybe in Gujarat, Ahmedabad also, you might be aware of it. Null, you can search for it, Null community, NULL. And I attend mostly and presented in Bangalore Null community. So that's one way I keep up to date with some of the things. So now let's go on with our sessions, detail and what I'm excited to share with you all. So I'll share my screen now and let me know once it's visible.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, great. So as and when I will try to interact with you, just try to give some thumbs up and all. So we want to make sure we understand and we stay in sync. I don't want to make it like totally one-way communication here. So
Uh,
let's go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, Rajanji, give me 2 more minutes. I request all the participants. This is the last online session, and mark my words. This is the first session at the Saurashtra regions about the cybersecurity and digital forensics from the AICT training and learning program. And you need to think and you need to grab the opportunity actually how you can start. And always please remember, अगर आप पहले है तो अपॉर्चुनिटी भी पहली आपकी है, right? So you just think and you just go ahead in the market and see at the Saurashtra region also how cybersecurity is there. Cybersecurity की कितनी demand है. If you are at the Saurashtra region, if we say we are in the Saurashtra region, uh, trust me, there are very less people who are aware with the cybersecurity and digital forensics. So again, we need to grab the opportunities. I can see throughout the the online sessions, I mean, throughout the 5 online sessions, there are less people who are just asking the questions. Be interactive, ask whatever you want to ask in the field of cybersecurity and digital forensics. Definitely, we are here to help you, right? Of course, see, again, Rajanji, 2 more minutes, please. Because see, uh, अगर कंप्यूटर और आईटी फील्ड के ट्रेंड के हिसाब से हम अपनी स्किल्स को चेंज नहीं कर पाए, देन ट्रस्ट मी, जो ट्रेडिशनल टेक्नोलॉजी है उस पे चलते चलते आप थक जाओगे विद इन upcoming 2 to 5 years. If you want to earn good money from the traditional technologies, it will definitely very difficult for us to lie with the traditional technologies. So go with the trendy technologies. Of course, you can attach the machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, data science with the cyber security also. And of course, you can go with the different technologies, learn the different technologies. But if you are getting this kind of opportunities with the renowned persons or resource person from the our India, you should take the advantage. If you are rightly, if you are silent, then trust me, the trend inside Saurashtra region will be silent in the upcoming 5 years. So आपको बोलना पड़ेगा, आपको समझना पड़ेगा, लर्न करना पड़ेगा. ऐसी 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 FDPs या ट्रेनिंग if you are attending, then definitely you can build your good network as well as you can improve your skills also. So I am expecting right now, आज का सेशन लेट्स मेक अ मोर इंटरेक्टिव एंड आई एम श्योर राजन जी बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग सेशन लेके आए हैं आपके लिए, राइट? And of course, he will ask something for you. He will show you something in front of you. Then please respond it. Please respond it. It will encourage us also, so that in the future also, I can come, or we as the RK University or collaboration with the different university, we can build the community at the Saurashtra region. राजन जी, मैं भी मारवाड़ी में प्रोफेसर था. Still I am working with the RK University and I am having a different multinationals experience also. And I observe that what is the demand of the cybersecurity and digital forensics.
Yeah,
So
sure.
yeah, so I again request all the faculty members, please ask the questions. Please ask whatever you want to. Silly questions का आप बिल्कुल फिक्र मत करो. आप just shoot
Yeah,
your question. We are here to answer you, or we are here to guide you. Yeah,
exactly.
over to you, sir.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. As rightly said, you need to grab the opportunities and you need to have an open mindset. So keep learning and keep doing great in industry. And it's a world where curious mind always win. So keep being curious, as we have so many example around us where people do some great things, do something new and discover something, experience something. So yeah, keep being curious. Now, can you please let me know if screen is visible and properly at your end? Everything is fine. Audio, screen.
Yes, sir. You
Yeah,
are
your
audible.
screen and audio is very clear, sir. Go ahead. Good to go.
Okay, thank you. So now you see my presentation. Okay. I won't be monitoring my chat box unless there is a need. So please let me know. I will have my focus on presenting. Yeah, so give me a thumbs up if you are in session, all aware and having some good time and want to have some fun here. Give me a thumbs up here. I'm checking the participations. Yeah.
This meeting is being recorded.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay, so I'm expecting some more thumbs up here, please. I think some of them are sleeping still. Is it? Yeah, I guess a few more thumbs up are coming on the way. Yeah, people are waking up.
I think they are in a mood of the weekend.
Okay, I see that. I will make sure it comes quickly. I'll try to be as soon as you won't come to know how time flies exactly. Yeah, it will be a fun session, so don't worry. Now, let's get on here. I think slowly people will wake up and join that and have some fun here. So I'll just make my slide blank and I'll just tell what exactly not to expect here. So the session I'm about to present will be so much exciting and fun, but what exactly you should not expect from the session is obviously you can't be expert in just attending a 2-hour session from me. I don't have any magical powers to give you all the expertise in just 2 hours. So yeah, don't expect to become expert or become from zero to hero, as they say in the industry. So that is one thing. Another thing is I have my own approach right now to follow and try to share as good and as informative I can be in particular way. So there are a number of different ways you can do this session and share the info, but I am sharing my own creative way, and if you have some doubts, we'll talk more and we'll respond to it, but it's not like I'm covering the whole ocean of IoT. Yeah, so I'll try to make it more interactive and fun and share as much as I can possible in this session. So yeah, let's go ahead with. So when we talk about IoT, what exactly comes to your mind? So anybody wants to just speak a word of it, like what is IoT in their own terms? Just a word, a quick word when you think of IoT. What is the first word popping into your mind? You can unmute and speak one word and mute yourself, please. Come on. Who is the first courageous person here to speak?
Internet of Things.
Okay, yeah, that's a good abbreviation of IoT. That's great, great start. Okay, so what comes to your mind? Tell me. Just one word when you think of IoT. It might be anything. Don't be shy.
Things that
Nobody's judging.
can be
Everybody's
connected
learning
with the
here.
network.
Oh, yeah, perfect, perfect. Going great. I'm not able to see who is speaking. So yeah, when I notice the name, I'll encourage them. Yeah, great, good start. Any more quick replies, please? People are being shy. Please open up. It's fine. Don't worry about if answer is wrong or right or all those things. Just open up. Speak to me, please.
Describe
This is how you learn.
physical object.
Okay, yeah, nice. Close. Okay, I guess people are warming up now. So yeah, you are correct. So when you talk about Internet of Things, what we think is about some objects or something, as it says, Internet of Things. So something which is connected to internet. Yeah, that's why it is Internet of Things. So that thing, it might be something, a dumb thing till now, or dumb device or whatever, which is made in a smart way now to talk to some other device or any other object via internet. So it's Internet of Things means many number of objects or many different objects or device or tools, technology is connected to each other via internet. It is a simple way to just describe and understand what is that. So now we'll be talking about what exactly it is. And the session I have tried making a beginner friendly, so everybody can just follow that. And starting from scratch, we'll go little by little higher. And those who are already intermediate or advanced in the topic, just hold on. We have many exciting stuff coming along the way, so it won't be boring session for sure. So let me share a quick what the treasure map I have right now to go through along the way. Yeah. So you can react to what I'm speaking. You can laugh or you can thumbs up, clap if I say something very good. Yeah. So I encourage every interaction I can get it. So yeah, please go ahead. Don't be shy. So right now, what we are checking is a treasure map of what I'm going to cover today. I have tried covering these things by dividing in 4 phases.
Excuse me, Rajan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think your voice is fading, I guess. For all our participants, voice is fading, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Voice
So-
is fading, and also the screen they shared is not clear.
Okay. So what
Okay.
what we'll do, Rajan? You can
Mhm.
stop your video meanwhile, so
Okay.
that we can save the bandwidth.
Okay. Yeah. Let's try that. Yeah. Sure.
And yes, due to the color of the PPT, I think the participants cannot see properly. I guess the platform, what the facts of IoT, it's not
Is it
clear.
visible now?
Uh, can you zoom it out? Is zoom in?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, you can use. Yeah, now it's visible. Please do the same
Okay.
thing. So that, yeah, it's visible
Sure.
now.
So is my voice better now?
Yeah, now it's better. So what we'll do,
Okay.
you can turn off your video right now, and in the question
Sure.
answer again we can turn on.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can stop me if there is some problem like that. Yeah.
Sure, please. I'll.
Okay, wonderful. So yeah, hope it's visible now, and I'll go ahead. So we
The
have
PPT is visible.
session. Okay, so I'm sharing this, and I'm going to have this session divided in 4 different phases. So first phase, we'll talk about what exactly the IoT we are talking about, what actually it is, what kind of possibilities it is bringing in our life, like how it improves our life or how it damages our life, maybe, because everything have positive and negative, as you know, right? Now, what will go to what exactly is the current state of it and what's about to come, maybe in future, soon future, it might be near or far future. Yeah. Then we'll talk about what exactly is Internet of Things and what are the different applications and how it is under act, we can see it. So that will be the first portion. Then the second portion will be about the part which is gateway to IoT, what I say here. So in that, we will talk about what exactly are the treasure for bad actor. Bad actor, what I mean is some particular person who have some malicious intent. So when we talk about bad actors, what makes ring is hackers, right? What we refer as hackers. Hackers are again different types of hackers, but we are talking about the hackers who are having malicious intent, which mostly we refer as black hat. Anybody know what are the different types of hackers? Raise your hand, please. If somebody can describe me types of hackers. If you want hints, I can give it. Oh, I see some raising hands. Okay, Nidhi, go ahead and give one of the type, please.
There are, I guess, 3 type of hackers, and most ethical hackers are the white hackers.
Just one I
They
want
use
from you.
Yes,
Thank you.
white hackers.
Okay.
I do know the others too, but you said one, so white hackers.
Sure. You are going correct. Thank you. Great. Okay, Akshay, go ahead next. Give me the other one.
Gray hat hacker.
Okay, fabulous. I see some good hackers already in the group. Hiya. Nice. Urmi, you are next. What is the pending one?
Black hat hacker.
Okay, perfect. I guess the crowd is already into hacking and all here. Nice. Then you will be excited to just see through all the things I'm coming with. All of you, thank you so much. It was good to know that you have some very good insight here. So yeah, as rightly said, we have black hat hackers who will look for all this treasure trove and hunt through all these vulnerabilities, what we say. So we will talk on what are some of the top 10 vulnerabilities in space of IoT when we talk on it. Then we will see about what are some of the standards, compliance and frameworks, which give some very good follow-through industry about what kind of things as an industry, as a product, as a consumer, you should follow to make sure IoT space is secure and it's working as the best way it should work. So we'll follow on that. And then finally, we'll come to how to prepare a mindset of IoT hacker or pen tester. Pen tester is something, if you don't know, it's penetration tester. Those who are doing some kind of penetration testing are shortly referred as pen tester too. So I guess the crowd is already cyber aware. That's very good to know. So you won't find it very difficult to understand this. Now we'll move to the third section, which talks about, third section talks about mostly the embedded battleground, the IoT, or I refer as embedded right now, because there are mostly embedded things here. And we are talking about what exactly is IoT pen testing. We'll focus on that. Then we'll move to what are different ways to attack these IoT systems. Then we'll move about some of the very good, interesting, practical things I will try to show you, which in industry is very good right now and people are learning these things. Out of maybe 10 people, I guess one might know about this, what I'm trying to show you here. So it's very new and very upcoming, demanding thing, what I'm trying to teach you. Then we'll try to hunt some of the more detailed things, what I will show you. I'll give you more better examples and resources to hunt more better on it. So I see Nidhi and Akshay, you have hand raised. Is it you want to quick question or it's by mistake? If not, you can lower down your hand, please. Okay. Akshay, you have anything?
No, sir.
Okay, yeah. Please lower down your hand if you don't. Thank you. Okay, and continuing, finally, we'll go some tools which we can use. So tools of trade here, which we can use for performing IoT pen testing. So that ends and summarize the third section. And then if we move on, the fourth section, which will be about preparing for war, kind of. So it's not actual war, but yeah, if you talk about the cyber interface or cyberspace, or I can say cyber wars, which is getting more and more new thing coming up. So we can prep ourselves to make sure we are safe in the terms of this cyber war going on around the world. If you have some smart things with you, you are probably inside some war space going on around you. Yeah. So we'll try to see how you or as an industry can protect themselves from this. Then we'll look what exactly are some good resources. So where exactly you can look and what kind of information you should look for. So that's what to seek, yeah. And then we'll go on around, like, what's the future look like what exactly you can expect in terms of IoT and the domain, which is very relevant to IoT, which I'll talk a little further ahead. So yeah, till now, I think I have covered what are the different things I'm going to go with. So let's move on quickly. if you have any doubts or anything, please note down right now. We'll come to in Q&A session later. I have many things to cover and I'll keep moving now a little faster. Now, a quick fair warnings here is all the opinion or experience I'm sharing here is everything from my side and my learning. Nothing is presented on behalf of company. So it's totally on my side here. And because whatever I'm teaching you is something of electronics, embedded, electrical, everything have some more hazardous and dangerous side effects if you do something wrongly. So please be very cautious and maintain that electrical safety, basic what you should follow when you are dealing with any experiments on this. So be cautious. And third is all the session details which I'm sharing to you as a part of learning should be only education based and it should not be misutilized in any other ways. So should not be harmful and you should not unauthorized access or any type of hacking and all. Try to avoid all those things. I totally don't encourage that kind of malicious activity. Try to be ethical, try to be ethical hacker as they say. So you have a number of industry opportunity, try to join some security industry like how I am in. You can talk more details about this, how to do ethically and how to learn ethically in a right way. You can reach out to me, but don't try this and try to harm somebody for fun also. This is very serious and it's crime. If you get caught, then you will see some very dangerous consequences of it. So yeah, thank you. Let's go ahead and have some fun now. Now we'll go in phase one. At the end of each phases, I'll ask you if how satisfied and how good you are coping up with this, or if everything is going above your head, which I don't want. So yeah, if we are ready to rock, please give me a thumbs up here. Guys, I'm looking for the participation here, please. So give me a thumbs up. Yeah, I see some. Very great. Nice. People are awake now, I see. Okay, great, great. I see more and more thumbs up coming. I'm very happy to see that. Okay, great. I'm excited to share and go ahead. Let me just continue. So we'll quickly move on to some of the things which is very easy to understand, while I'll explain and take time in the things which might be a little better to understand. So what is IoT? As we already got some answers, we have some standard definition of it as it describes. It says some of the physical objects, it might be group or just individual object, which groups together with sensors or some kind of processing abilities or some software or technologies. Everything can connect to each other, exchange some data. So it's like talking with each other, and obviously it should happen over internet. So yeah, or some communication network. So when this kind of ecosystem is formed, we can say it is an IoT system. Yeah. So it's easy to understand, and when we see more of it, you will understand better. So now, before I go ahead, I again want some interaction here. Can some of you raise your hand first, and I will let you speak. Give me some example of what kind of IoT applications you might be aware of. Don't be shy, just try to be as stupid as possible. I encourage answering, questioning, just be curious. Repeating again, what kind of IoT applications you might have seen or heard of? Like when you talk about IoT, what are the things which you come across, like crossing your mind right now? Just a one word.
Participants, you can raise your hand by pressing reaction buttons. You can
in
give
reactions, you will see.
results.
Yeah, so raising hand. Anybody?
So what kind of IoT experience that you observed during your BTech and MTech or during your PhD, you can share with us.
Okay, great. So Nidhi have something to input. Yeah, go ahead, Nidhi.
On the fans with the that electrical lights and fans, and then TV. Nowadays we
Okay.
have seen the with
Great, great,
the
wonderful.
and then
Yeah,
some kind of
so
Bluetooth devices are also there.
okay, wonderful. That's a great start. Anybody else? So here she already gave a hint. Nidhi has good courage, I guess, to start all the time. So anybody else have the same courage? Let's make it fun. I'm not serious guy here, please. So we have something, I will drop a hint. It is something where smart things are involved. Anything which is having smart word, by the time you might have heard so many of 100. For
Rajan,
sure,
good
I
to-
guess, smart things around you. Can you name some? Sorry. Okay, Dr. Maulik, you are being shy here, or am I not audible to you? You can unmute and go ahead. Okay, as a start, I guess Nehal sir can just input one.
Okay, so
Any smart device or whatever.
yeah,
Smart.
and nowadays you can see the real-time example, the Attenberg fan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
so
new.
Attenberg is a company,
Uh-huh.
and they are creating such kind of fans of smarts. You can speak with the Alexa and your fan get
Oh,
starts,
wow.
and
You can regulate with that.
yeah, you can regulate also.
Great, great. Okay, so who else have some similar smart thing in mind? I don't need example of details of it, just a word. Like I'll start with it, smartphone. Yeah, hope you know smartphone, what it is. You have in pockets, I guess, or by the time right now in hand and using to chat with some friends and not attending my session, I guess. That's why everybody is being shy and silent. Okay, last opportunity. If you have something, it's very easy. Okay, I'll go ahead. I guess people are taking
Smart
time
home, the things
Okay.
which is used for a smart home, like lights and all electric
Wonderful.
devices
Yeah,
was
yeah,
there.
great, exactly. That's nice example too. It's very known. So yeah, like Snehal sir, Nidhi, everybody's right. And I will show you what are some of the things you might have heard of and might have seen by now. So as you see, we have some of the examples here: smart lock, smart like doorbells, or smart sniper rifle, it seems. That's very dangerous. Then connected cars, you might have heard of. Then voice controller. What are voice controller? You know by now. All the smart voice controllers we have, Alexa and Google's, their own smart thing. And then Bixby is one of the smart voice controller with Samsung. Apple have their Siri. So likewise, we have smart home, as Nidhi said. So yeah, it consists of lights and alarms and many things which is smart inside it. So these are all things connected with IoT. So now I guess it gets more clearer picture about what exactly we are talking about and how all these things will be something which can be hacked. So yeah, that's the exciting part. So what exactly it gives as in our day-to-day life? I'll just quickly wind up with this. You know by now, it improves more data if we have. It improves our life in different ways, which I will show you later on. Some of the very interesting videos and demo I have to show the same thing. Then we can do better management of energy or electricity overall, wherever it is consumed. Then we can make more informed decision and all the regular things you are doing. Consider you are washing your dishes after having lunch, right? You can put in some smart washing dishes, washers are there nowadays. So you can put in that and regulate that thing. So all the labor work, if you see here, all the labor work, we can make it productive and less boring. So we can do some useful thing in our life and make it more productive by avoiding this regular things. So likewise, there are a number of other things which can help us to add values to our life. And it is using IoT as a backbone of it. Now, moving ahead, we'll see what are current state of some of the examples where IoT is slowly getting accepted and utilized. So if I guess it might not be much visible. If we see here, we have some good example. Again, let me just try to quick. So we have some good example here of IoT enabled factories where many things are connected, like sensors and actuators and other PLCs in industries to make it smarter and better at what they do. Likewise, in our airports, shops, station, everything is IoT enabled slowly. So then you might have a mobile devices, which is obviously IoT enabled, and you can do many smart things via your mobile, which previously was very impossible to think about or dream. It was a dream world. There are edge devices. Edge devices will be something of a sensor or some devices which do a small collection of data or sensing some particular functions. It might be a smart sensors to sense gas detection, gas leakage, or how is the temperature outside or inside the home, likewise. Then we have data centers and a number of other enabled cities. All this is, if not already, you might have heard of smart city already as a project. And by now, you know, Rajkot was first of that in India. So you should be proud of it as an Indian, at least. Like, we are doing great already. And so many cities are following the smart cities protocol, and all the things are getting more smarter by having a number of cameras connected, automatic parking here in Bangalore. So Bangalore, Chennai, everybody's following the lead and everybody's doing more and more smarter things in their cities where they live. So everything is an example of how everything is slowly and steadily coming and connecting to internet. Yeah. Now, if we see another example, we have the trend of smart devices slowly increasing. If you see the red and the white, so all the red is the IoT devices. It might be any device which is capable to connect to internet. And if you see the white thing, which is non-IoT. So if you see the growth starting from 2015 to 2025, we see the growth of the non-IoT devices is very slow and steady, while the IoT enabled things starting from almost 3 to 4%, it has predicted to go until 22%. Everything actually is mentioned in billion. So yeah, you can imagine how globally, worldwide, everything will increase. It's 22 billion almost devices by 2025. So that's a huge growth happening. And what is the side here? The downside is the more IoT enabled devices, the more hackers get playground to play with and hack the stuff remotely. Yeah. So that's no fun. It has very serious consequences. But yeah, that's what we are leading into. And hackers will get smart. Security people will get smart. It will keep along. Now, if we see there are already IoT, some tech expos happening around the world. And one of that was already near us, like which will be shown soon. But this is in Amsterdam, Santa Clara, which is just happened before a month and two, if you see here. So likewise, there are so many companies which are coming and contributing in this domains, and they are talking about it, making more and more devices capable to connect to IoT. And we have much more, another more exciting thing, which is 2023, China, where they are going with Asia's IoT technology conference. So yeah, it will be excited to see what they come up with. And in Asia, they are also doing much work, especially in China and Taiwan and all the other parts. And India, obviously, we are doing great work here. So it's good to see how everything is getting expanded. Now, if we see, there are many things, as we talked already, under IoT. So we see all this as a IoT working around us. And we have starting from wearables. You obviously, half of you might be using some or other kind of smart device, but one of that nowadays is trending, which is smart wearable. Yeah, it might be smart watches or some other kind of tracking device which tracks your just few particular health, physical related heartbeats and all those things, but it's not a smart watch. But nowadays watch is coming with all those things as always. Now, IoT agriculture, that is increasing. Smart cars, we know Tesla, obviously. Likewise, energy management, industry, everything is getting connected and getting smarter. Now, as we told, smart homes are there, cities are there, retail, everything is becoming smart. And I guess there is a very sarcastic way to say this, but I guess our devices are getting more and more smart, while people are getting more and more in the opposite direction, being dumb. Yeah, so be smart, people. Now, if you might be sleeping or got bored by now, I think I have something to show you. So it is a very good example, and you will feel refreshed to see how there is some of the conceptual demo, while there are some of the things which are actually happening around us. And I'll show you quickly what actually it is by a demo here. So I guess we need to take a break soon, right, sir? So how is the plan on that?
Yes. We can take a break. How about 5 minutes?
So I'll show this video, maybe then we'll take a break. So they are
Sure.
excited to join back.
Please,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, let me know once I share the video, how visible it is for you.
Sure.
And let me know the sound works fine.
Yes, it's going well.
Okay. Enjoy the show. Notice all the timestamp and details. Yeah. So how was the experience and what you learned from there? Anybody would like to give some idea here?
Participants, you share your ideas. After the break, I will show you one more video about the IoT. So it shows like
Okay.
we are totally dependent on the IoT devices.
Technology. Oh.
Yeah, IoT
Okay.
technologies. I mean,
Uh-huh.
for example, let's say they are measuring all the things for us. They are just
Mhm.
reminding us, you need to wake up, you need to sleep, you need to
Ah.
walk, you need to do
Ah.
exercise,
Very
right?
dependent.
Yeah, so we are going to be a very dependent. If smart cities will be there, I don't
Yeah.
know how we can live
Our
without the
home.
IoT. Right? So
Okay.
I would like to show you one more video about this. If for example, let's
Yeah.
say if we are dependent on that
Uh-huh.
IoT,
Mhm.
how the IoT devices are impacting on our regular
Controlling
life.
us, kind of.
Yeah, controlling. So that I'll show you after the break. So
Wonderful.
Rajan, you can start the timer for the 5 minutes, and we'll take
Okay.
a short break and we'll come back.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, people,
Uh,
I'm waiting. We'll come back in 5 minutes, and I have another awesome video to show before we proceed. So I guess it gives more idea to you about how things are already and how hackers can take control of all these things. So yeah, exciting things are coming up. So I'm excited to share this. Please come join back. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so meanwhile, if you are having any queries or questions, you can put it in the chat box. And if you are having suggestions and feedback, also you can put it in the chat box.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can start the timer.
yeah, sure. 8:52 will join back. Sorry, 8:02 will join back. Okay, guys, if anybody is online and want to ask something, we can talk. Meanwhile, I'll wait for another minute. Anybody have question? Anybody have something to talk? Feel free.
Yeah, so welcome back, participants. Are you all there? Show us your thumbs up. And for sake of just fun purpose, I'm
Oh,
having
yeah.
I'm having a one more video. I remember that you shown us the video. So
Mhm.
as a part of counter, the Internet of Things, yeah, Internet of Things, how if attackers are applying the attacks,
Mhm.
how it will impact on our daily life, right? So
Okay.
let me, if participants allow me, then I'll show that video also. Please show me your thumbs up. Are you there? Then and then only I can show you.
Oh, yeah. Come on. We need
Yeah,
that.
it is really.
Guys, more thumbs
And
up we want.
yeah, if you get this smile by watching this video, give some reaction, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And definitely I ensure you that you will enjoy.
Yeah, I'm excited. Please go ahead.
So yeah, please confirm if you can find the video and its voice. Okay, so I'm going to
Yeah.
play.
You are going to share now, right?
Yeah, I'm going to share. Just a minute.
Okay. I'll
Or,
stop sharing.
yeah, you just stop sharing so that I can. Just a minute. Okay, video.
I guess more and more people are waking up now.
Yeah, yeah.
I see more reactions coming.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to play and please
Yes, sir.
confirm voice is there or not. Okay.
Sure.
Voice is there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So please, I'm just going from the beginning and please enjoy the video and let me know how it is. Okay. Yes.
Playing jazz.
Playing jazz.
Smoothie.
Making smoothie.
Calendar.
No meetings today. Remember, dentist at 9:30.
Fire off.
Fire off.
Open door.
Door open.
And we're gonna do one more.
Fire out. Open door.
Wrong voice command.
Open door.
Wrong voice command.
Open. Open door.
Repeat that.
Open door.
I didn't understand that.
Hey! Open door!
Play on the floor.
Get over the door! Open the door!
Wrong
Open the door!
Error.
Area with a rock. Open door. Open door.
Higher volume.
Fire! Open door.
Door open.
Radio on.
Playing radio.
And do lights.
Lights on.
Protein shake.
Making protein shake.
But she was New York.
Loading New York. Set speed.
4.
4.
6.
6.
Child of 16.
16.
I've aged a year. 4. Okay, 16. 4.
4.
16.
Correction. 16.
All night I stumbled low. Hello. She was too young. Oh, hey, Bianca. Good luck. And I was too young. Night down.
Lights down.
Only 16. Only
4.
From one classic to another, this is Summer of '69.
69.
How was that?
Oh, that was hilarious.
So
Oh, wonderful.
how what is the future of the IoT?
Yeah.
We can also
Yeah, sometimes
So-
simplicity is the key, as it says.
Yeah, so for sake of just making a fun moment, I shared
Yeah,
this. Yeah,
great
over
one.
to you. Over to you, Rajan. You can.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was good
Yeah.
one. Okay, great. Okay, let's get back, guys. So I have many things and very cool stuff to show. So I'll keep my pace up right now, and I'll go a little faster compared to the previous before break session. So slow me down if you need any more info. Yeah. So now we have seen all these things. I'll show another video later because we have very time crunchy moment soon. So I'll go ahead and then come back to video later. Yeah. So now what we see is all these things, how it is having some benefits, some advantages, and positive side of it, right? And as right now, Snehal sir also showed what are some of the good and bad of it together. We'll focus on how is something which goes wrong on IoT and makes all the life very difficult to live. So I'll show you one example of it, a quick infography about it. So if you see here, I have a timeline which talks about the age of exploitation. So if we see here at the bottom, the age of exploration, where it talks about when we started exploring the world of IoT and making things internet connected from 2005 to 9. This is all again infographic to understand better. Then we went to the exploitation phase, where exploitation is try to misuse something compared to what it is meant for. So we say exploitation. So how people started exploiting for some different and harmful or for fun maybe. So we started in 2005 and exploring it. Now we started after 5-6 years exploiting the same. And now if we slowly see, we started to move toward age of protection, where we start protecting it because now we know how people exploit it and how things go bad when some of the attackers or bad malicious actor attacks on the IoT infrastructure. So if I zoom just few parts to give a quick info, you might have heard of this. Obviously, it's very well famous known Stuxnet virus. And if you remember, I joined before 2 days about hardware security. Madam who was sharing her like expertise on PUF. So that's when again we came across industrial attacks, and I told about the Stuxnet virus, which was the first of its kind, a cyber war, where they used Stuxnet as an IoT attack vector. Likewise, we have attacks on water facilities, which say SCADA, if you see, then connected cars, some smart cars, power grid, steel mill, botnet, like these are botnets where Snehal sir is experting here. So that is something interesting for him maybe. Then if you see insulin pumps, which are some health patients which are using insulin pumps, they are getting attacked. Now, if you see again botnets, Mirai botnet, which is one of the famous Fitbit vulnerability. Fitbit, you know for sure, people are like having the smart wearable, and Fitbit is one of the ruling industry-based smartwatch. Then again, more botnets if you see everywhere. And we'll try to go with chemical plant and likewise smart house bulbs, which is by Philips. So likewise, if you see n number of different botnets, different domains of light bulbs like smart watches, smart cars, industries, everything is covered in some or other way. Smart cars like Tesla is also hacked in multiple instances. So what we understand is all the industries across are vulnerable and very much under attack all the time. And now the more IoT is getting expected and accepted in industry, both, we see more and more like prediction is more and more attacks will increase. And that's why this session is again important, because what we are learning here is how IoT is getting expanded and making our life comfortable, but is also making another portion which is very difficult to live if it is getting attacked by hackers, which are again black hat mostly, or gray hat. Yeah, depends on the attack, malicious attacks. Now, if we see here, this is ending of phase 1. So I would like to just have a quick reaction here of thumbs up if people are with me and getting along and getting to understand what we are going through. So a thumbs up, quick one, is a very good go ahead. And I see people are getting more and more better at responding. Thank you so much. Yeah, please, more thumbs up here, I see. Or otherwise, I see you are sleeping or you are engaged with some friends chatting there. So I don't want to make this boring. And that's why I'm trying to interact in the best way I can while taking your inputs and going ahead. Great. I see very great response slowly. So thank you so much. And I have some exciting questions with you at the end of the session. I'll try to answer all those things. So keep noting it. And we'll move to the gateway to the IoT, which is the phase 2, where we will talk about the treasure in terms of hackers' treasure. What are the vulnerabilities? Now we'll slowly move about starting from introduction. We are moving towards what are actually exploitable and vulnerabilities in this IoT world. Yeah, so this gets more exciting now. Yeah, and then I will share some of the good things which you, as a non-IoT pen tester, start learning to be IoT pen tester or hacker in maybe future, and we'll meet offline again. So yeah, keep in touch and let's learn and have some fun. So if I share now what we are seeing, again, because I have many things to cover, I'll just try to be short and sweet, but you can ask questions later. What I'm sharing is a technological way of categorizing what kind of actors are attacking in which domain. Like bad actors' treasure is all these different domains, which gives some attack vector. Attack vector, when I say, those who are new to it, it is some particular way where I can attack in particular technology or device. So if I consider smart TV, or smart watch or smartphone, how I can do a hack into that device. So that is one way which we refer as attack vector. So this all are different technological categories which use some or other technology, and it is vulnerable, like it is malicious, and to attackers it is very good to attack in this and exploit this. So they can use to their own advantage. They might be hacking. The white hat hackers will do pen testing, like I am a white hat hacker. So I do pen testing to search if there is some vulnerability, which I can fix it. So nobody can maliciously use it. Yeah. A gray hat hacker might fall in both category. As you know, it's gray. So they might do for a good or evil purpose, while black hat hacker will do mostly for evil purpose. So they will try to utilize this. I will just zoom a bit and give a quick insight. Starting from web and mobile, we can see different characteristics. I won't go in detail right now, but this slide is to be shared. So you can go in detail later and ask me questions and contact me later. Yeah. So web and mobile have something which is code or lack of pen testing, or some kind of authentication which is weak for users. So attackers use that to get into web or mobile applications. You might have known a number of, consider Facebook, which is good, or consider Instagram. I'm not sure on Insta, but Facebook, if we see, we have a web application of Facebook, right? People use on desktop, but we have mobile application also. So that can be used as one of the attack vector and try to hack Facebook. Likewise, there are a number of different applications which can be hacked. Cloud. When we talk about cloud, nowadays you might have heard n number of people talking on cloud. Cloud is just something like data which is stored in some remote place, in some server. That's all, if you see a simple version of cloud. So they have something about policy management and code if you don't understand, it's totally fine, but at least now you know some of the technologies where it belongs to IoT, but it is vulnerable in different ways and hackers can always hack into it. You don't need to remember or understand everything. Slowly but gradually, you will come across this in day-to-day life and you will understand, oh, this is a part of IoT. And I have heard in this session, it is vulnerable. So yeah, now you are one step ahead and aware of what can be hacked and can't be hacked. Yeah, this is the purpose of session. Then moving to communication, we have all this 5G, now coming to 5G, LTE, which is 4G, all this other Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, which are more available to regular public, Zigbee, MQTT, mesh network, which Apple use in AirTags and all this Apple devices and all. So nowadays mesh is increasing more and more. So this is good and bad both, again, as always. So all this technology again are vulnerable, and there are communications which are insecure. So likewise, there are other things like gateway devices or smart edge devices, sensors, and data types. All this are some or other technology which attackers can try to attack and get into the system. It might be some smart system like a smart car or smart watch or smart washing machine or fridge or anything smart. Yeah. So if you see, this is a technological category. I have something which is an industrial category. If we look at different industries, we have, again, focusing from industry standard, we have some industries which are attacked, like that meal example we saw, or Stuxnet, which attacked the chemical industry in Iraq. So likewise, we have cars which can be attacked. So these are all the industries which are different industries and are very good attack vectors or a place for hackers to attack. It consists of cars, video cameras, because now everywhere we are covered with cameras around us that can be hacked easily. And I can monitor you. If people have smart cameras in home, some of you might have it. If not, you might have in your college or school or wherever your working places, or smart city where we have thousands of camera. That's said also. If it is getting hacked, people remotely, hackers mostly, will be able to see and monitor and misuse that things. Likewise, we have cyber warfare, which talks and misuse the IoT infrastructure. Likewise, power grids, buildings, cities, medical devices, air travel. So there are all these different examples, and everything have a live example actually, which has happened, but we don't have right now time to go in each in depth about what are hackable and what actually got hacked already. So all these examples are a real life example which has happened in some or other year recently. So all this can be a very good target or a treasure for bad actor to go with and start hacking the IoT things. Now we are coming to one important topic, which is which makes this backbone of IoT and how things are hackable. So there is a standard, which I'll come to next, what exactly, but one of the famous standard out of n number of we have is OWASP. So this standard is something very famous and it's well known in industry, in IT industry. Some of you might have heard of it. So OWASP is a standard which maintains mostly different categories of security, vulnerabilities and mitigations. Mitigations is if there is a loophole, how to fix the loophole. So OWASP as a broad scope do many things. One of that is about making sure industry, across the industry, people can follow the standards and make sure their infrastructure, devices, technology can be safe and secure for daily use. So that's the baseline. Now, if we go, we have 10, OWASP top 10 is a very famous tagline. They have top 10 of IoT, mobile, web application, API, in all the different domains, they have top 10. Top 10 is a top 10 vulnerability, starting from whatever, it might be a poor password. Can you quickly give me some poor passwords which you might have come across? Can people start just chatting or maybe put in chat box? What are some poor passwords or common password you might have come across? There are,
admin,
yeah, that's a good start.
yeah.
You can speak quickly also, just single password and you go on mute. Yeah, I want to see how cyber aware you are.
1, 2, 3, 4 like that, or your name and
Oh, yeah.
surname, or your birthday, which is easily
Wonderful.
available on every profile of you.
Oh yeah, Nidhe is always the first one to speak, I see. Wonderful. Great. Who else? Nobody's using password, I guess.
They are using
Urmi, go ahead. What do you say? Pardon?
Our email ID or mother father number and etc. number, birth date, etc.
Okay, yeah, there are poor password choices. Yeah, don't use that. That's a good example. Thank you, Urmi. Anybody else would like to give some poor passwords here?
Not yes, any symbol and
Oh yeah,
etc.
yeah, true. Akshay, good one. I see people are getting more cyber aware nowadays. Great. So password 123, 123, I love you, and number of all these stupid things are coming as password, and which is very easy to guess. So that is something which is a very common vulnerability in world of IoT also. So people should be having more smarter and stronger password, or instead of password, you can use passphrases. Likewise, if I go through, there are insecure network services. So if you are using your computer or any server or anything, check if there is services which are not required. Again, it's difficult as a regular user to know that, but if you are a little bit more tech savvy and geeky, you will know. So try to not use as an administrator. If somebody is Linux or Windows admin, they will know what are insecure or unneeded network services or services, so they can stop that if it's not used. Then likewise, we have ecosystem which are insecure interfaces. If you have a LAN cable which is open to public, anybody can come and attach a LAN port there and try to use your internet. If you have a Wi-Fi which is open, yeah, that is one of the wireless interface. Anybody can connect to it, so that's not good. You can secure your wireless communication by protecting with some WPA2 or 3, which is the latest, and put some password, so people will require password to connect. Likewise, a secure update mechanism. So if you have an update mechanism which is insecure, hackers will try to come and modify something and then try to give that malicious update. So likewise, that is something which can be exploited. Then outdated or insecure components. This component can be your mobile phone, smartphones, or a washing machine or smart TV. So if you know you are very used to seeing all the updates, right, in your Windows machine or Linux or whatever operating system you use, Mac, every operating system or firmware will require updates, or any hardware will require updates, because over the time, attackers or hackers will try to find a loophole, which we say as vulnerability, and try to use that maliciously. So developers will try to fix it, which is mitigation, which they refer as. So we should update. That's a very highly recommended practice. If you are not updating your any smart devices, or you are starting from your operating system, which are laptop or desktops, start updating, keep regular hygiene of your device. So if it is updated, it is one more difficult step for hackers to get into your system. Yeah. So it should not be outdated. Now, if we see inadequate privacy protection. So when you talk about privacy, there are n number of things, but start from your mail or start from your very basic technologies. Make sure it's private, like how you might have heard recently, WhatsApp chats are becoming end-to-end encrypted. So no third party man in the middle is one of the attack. Likewise, there are a number of attacks possible where your privacy can be compromised. So if Snehal sir and I are talking, then if it is unencrypted channel in WhatsApp, then a hacker can try to intrude here and try to see what I am talking with Snehal sir and vice versa. Yeah, so it should be private and protected. Likewise, unsecure data transfer and storage, again, is something about making it encrypted and encoded, so it's more private and more protected. Likewise, device management, default settings, physical protection are some of the things to be made sure it's fine. These are top 10 vulnerabilities, which is more popular, and attackers or hackers will always look for these things to get into the IoT system and try to go above that later. Now, if we see, there are some standard bodies which try to make sure we follow the standards. So those are these bodies, which is making sure we are compliant. They have framework in place, they have standards. So everything here is a link. Later, if you are interested, you can go through each of this. All these are famous, most common referred standards. There are many, I can't cover all of them. So as we talked already, this is OWASP IoT standard. Likewise, NIST, people might have heard of.
Excuse me, Rajan.
Yeah.
I request always you zoom in your PPT because the fonts are faded.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, now it's good.
Okay. Thank you. Anyway, I'm not sure why it is happening, but okay. I try to do that.
Yeah, thanks.
So yeah, these are some standards which are standards and compliance, and some frameworks which are famous to make sure IoT systems are secure and always following some good hygiene of cyber. So we don't have time to go through each, but at least if you see this name later, if you come across, you have read this somewhere, and it's a good standard to follow. One of the famous is IEC 62443, which is very famous and is demanded right now in terms of IoT devices like to follow. Now, if we move on, now we'll come more and more towards practicality, and I will tell you, as a hacker or pen tester, if somebody wants to get into this domain of IoT, or as an embedded, later you will come to realize IoT comes with many other siblings, which I'll talk later. But so if you want to get into this domain, some of the things which you should know is about basic fundamentals. You might have learned already. If not, you should have learned. But yeah, now you can always start again and try to get hang of embedded systems fundamentals, which talks about how the embedded system and the firmware and other part of it which works, and all these details about it. You can focus on electrical fundamentals, electronics, electrical. Some of more focus will be electronics. If you have electrical or electronics background, you are already one step ahead. If you have embedded systems knowledge, again, one step ahead. So all these are some of the basic fundamentals, networking fundamentals. So these things which we take very lightly in terms of learning, if you are a BTech guy, master's or PhD, when you are doing your schooling or your universities, these are the things you should learn properly. Everything which is a foundation stone will help you to go one step closer to become expert in future. Yeah. So these are some of the good technologies to start learning and getting a hang of it. Now, this is not all. There are more to it because we are entering the domain of IoT. IoT brings so many different domains into one umbrella. So there are many demanded requirements you should learn. If you have a basic fundamental, that's a very good start. Start learning now. In future, 1, 2, 3, 5 years down the line, you will be already ahead of many people around you. And this is very demanding domain. So yeah, this is something to always look for. And Now, if you see, we have operating systems. You might be using Linux or Windows by now. Some of them might be familiar with Mac already. So everything what you learn is very helpful, especially Linux or Unix based, because most of the cybersecurity stuff, if you are not using, start using, getting familiar with Linux or Unix or Mac, because Linux and Unix are basic fundamentals. Everywhere you talk about operating system, if it's an embedded operating system like Yocto, Ubuntu Core, RTOS is a real-time operating system, then ROS is there, which is robot operating system coming up. All these are the operating system you will understand better and very easily if you have good knowledge of Linux. Yeah, Linux, open source, I am team Go. I love open source, so I'm very good advocate about that too. And everything is useful. A programming language you might have heard or might have already known. If you don't have idea, please start learning if you want to go in IoT's world. You don't need to be expert at any of this. A basic fundamental and intermediate level is a very good to start. Later on, you can always focus and narrow down what you feel is required for you to be in industry. There is nothing like you should know 100% of everything. Just a good start, fundamental is a very great start. Starting with C, C++, it might be a regular or embedded C, C++, Python, Lua are some of this name to a few names to start with. Again, you can be good at one or two, that should be fine. It's not like you need to know all of them. These are few of them. Finally, coming to IoT security, what we do and most of the colleagues and in industry people do are security of IoT, which we talk as an umbrella. It covers web applications, network, API, mobile, thick lines, wireless, hardware, firmware, containers, cloud. All these are very different technologies. You might have heard few, you might not, but all these are some of the things we do day to day. Some or other we might not know that you need to learn. So all these things are slowly and gradually coming up together and making full IoT ecosystem. So you see now how big IoT ecosystem is, and to do security of IoT, it's a very good and very large scope to be covered. So now if we see all this are something, a very good start. It might take very good time to learn, but it's not totally waste of time. You will be ahead of the race, and this is very demanded. If I give example right now, out of 100 people around you, only in the IT industry, I'm talking 100 people in IT industry, 1 or 2 or maybe 3 maximum will have some hint on IoT pentesting. So you see how rare and demanded it is right now. So if you start by now, it's a very good, sweet thing for you in your future. So yeah, coming to end phase 2. And I hope it was super exciting and whatever I'm sharing makes sense to you. And I would like to know about how much it makes sense to you by again having a quick poll here. So just do a raise up or clap for me or do whatever you wish, but yeah, show me some reaction, please. I would like to see how many of you are following and excited to know more coming. I have very exciting things, especially on hacking IoT things. And we are going to go a deep dive in some of the things soon. Those who are at intermediate or expert stage, they might feel little slowed down a bit, but yeah, soon it will be more better for you too. So keep on, hang on. Great, I see some very good reaction. Thank you so much. I see crowd is getting excited and waking up slowly. So that's very good to know. Thank you so much. I would like to turn on my video, but sadly, the network is an issue. So sorry, I'm not able to do that. Okay, let's keep ahead. And I feel people are reacting well and feeling excited about the session. I'm very happy. And you are excited as I am. So now what we are going is a battlefield. Yeah. So just cheer up and get well, like ready for getting into battleground, because we are doing something which is more practical And actually, we are going to see something what we do in day-to-day life in IoT industry. So many of these things, what you will see is actually people doing right now in IoT security. Yeah. So be ready and brace yourself. So we'll focus on IoT PT. Then what are the attack surfaces? Attack surfaces are, you can say, if I want to get into some home, then there are door, window, some chimney, and number of entrances. Those I can refer as attack surfaces, because a thief who want to enter the house can find all this as a loophole to get into the house, right? So as an IoT pentester or hacker, you will find something similar in IoT device. Hope it makes more better sense. So yeah, these are the sections where I'll show more of exciting, cool stuff practically. And then we'll go, what are the tools and things we use for doing this testing in day-to-day life. These are some of the glimpses. I have so many more things, but I have things to cover, so I'll keep moving forward and fast. So we'll narrow down our focus. There are many things, but I'm just choosing one path. So if people feel like this is just one part of it, yeah, I know, I agree to it, but this is a good path to go to. We'll focus on embedded system and IoT security together. So it makes sense to you where I'm going. If I show you the previous slides, there are all this domain. Now we'll focus just on embedded systems, fundamental, and IoT security coming together to make it more interesting to you guys. Yeah. So now, okay, I need some inputs again. Today's session, we will now more focus on embedded system. So what you feel here and here is a missing part which comes together to make an embedded system. You can put in chat box, you can speak, anything is fine. Just a quick 10 seconds poll here. Yeah, any inputs? What is missing point? Like what makes embedded system? There are two components as we see. Just try it. It's fine if it's wrong. There is nothing harming. Nobody's harming here if it's wrong. Okay, I see some good answers already coming to me. I won't share the answer, but it's correct, Jitendra. Great. Good start.
Computer
Jitendra is walking
hardware and
already.
software.
Okay, I see people answering. Yeah, great, great. I missed who answered, but yeah, you are doing great. Anybody else? Quick 5 seconds. You can put in chat. Okay. Yeah. So as two or more people are saying here, it consists of two different simple things which you might have heard already. So let me break the silence. It's hardware component and other, obviously now you guessed it. Hardware's, as we know, it's made of atoms as the base fundamental, right? Hardware's, everything starts from silicon. Silicon is all the sand around us. So it's very magical how a sand can be turned into all this hardware and computing power. It's fascinating to me. I don't know how you might have thought of, but yeah, think on that a moment. So everything is made of atoms and finally comes to a hardware. And another missing part is the software, which again, if you boil down, it comes to a bits. Everything is bits, bytes, nibbles. Yeah, you might have heard by now because everybody is waiting for that 1 GB to be recharged or 2 GB to be recharged for the day. At night, that is the wish, like, oh, I just got my data over. Let me just get the new one after 12. So yeah, bits and bytes rules the world now, software. So hardware and software comes together. And if you can't see, it's very big enough. But yeah, hardware, software makes the embedded system runs the world. And the embedded system is going to rule soon. So yeah, start getting used to these terms. So now we'll focus on hardware pen testing because we have covered few of them. So if we see here, this is what we are covering now. Software part, there are n number of different things we can cover, but hardware is something more exciting to you guys and less of what people might have talked in previous sessions. So this is something new and exciting for you. So I'll cover hardware part of it, embedded systems. Now, if we go ahead, there are all these different sections out of IoT system, which are different attack vectors. If you see, we have come across this before in one of the chart: communication, cloud, devices, mobile, web. Anything rings a bell? There was a diagram which shows all these things as attack vectors, right? Bad actors, treasure. So yeah, these are all the technologies and others, obviously, many things to be covered here. So all this makes a full IoT system. Again, if we boil down more to a down level, narrow it, we can go to more boiled version, which is network, communication, interfaces, storage, hardware interfaces, sensors, HMI devices, and other interfaces. So some of this might make sense to you, some of them might not, but that's okay. It's fine. It's too much to grasp in one session. But at least these words, now if you listen in your future, it will ring a bell like, oh, I have learned this. We have learned together in this session, right? So that makes exciting things in future for you. Now, if I boil down another, like if we narrow down, we will be focusing mostly on this part right now, which is coming from hardware interfaces. It's more of the serial interfaces. This is JTAG, UART, SPI, I2C, USB, and many more. I can't name all of them. So these are the interfaces. Just get familiarized with their name, which we are going to focus today. And some of those who have embedded system electronics as a background, they might be aware of it. Those who are already much good in IoT, they will be aware of these things. Those who are not, I'm here to help you. So if we go, we'll focus on one of the cool thing here, a gadget. So a gadget here is a single board computer system, yeah, that is outside view, yeah. So if you see, or those who are totally not aware of the IoT and other embedded system, if they see some of the icons and whatever things, and a small keyboard, operating system running, whatever time and date. But as a hacker, now what you should see is inside it. What exactly is inside this? What is stored? And that's what we want to see. So let me show you a big example of what a IoT pen tester will see in their day-to-day life. A hacker will see in day-to-day life to hack into this IoT devices, smart devices. So yeah, this is what it is underneath. This is, once you remove that board, this is what you see inside. And if you see, this is something similar to something what you might have seen in CPU. Those who are cool geek people here, they might have assembled in back few, like right now, I'm not sure how many people are assembling their own PCs. I have done some of them myself, and those who are assembling, these are some of the cool things you will see inside. This is similar to a CPU motherboard. And there are many interfaces here, but what is our focus area is here, some of them I2C, SPI. These are some of the other things, CAN, other protocols, JTAG. Likewise, there is SDIO, UART. So all these are other protocols and things underneath it as a hardware. So hardware pen testers will deal with this kind of interfaces, serial interfaces day in and out. Now, if we go in each of this, I will take a quick thing because we are running short of time and I have many things to cover still. So we have these four main interfaces. I will just go through quickly and give a common insight. We'll start with JTAG. So we'll start with JTAG and see. So what is JTAG? A common thing, if I say, is JTAG is a protocol. Like how TCP/IP is one protocol or something, you can say this is one of the standard or a protocol or an interface which can be used to just check on the device level. Like if the device you just hear me out, if you don't read or don't understand, it's okay. JTAG will help a device to see if the device is built and working fine. Circuits are connected properly or wiring is done properly. So it's a debugging kind of device to just make sure device is tested okay, if you might have seen that sticker, right? So they do JTAG as one of the tests. to make sure the interface is making sure everything is running fine. Now, how JTAG is important, we'll see. There are a number of pins. Each of this interface, what I showed you, JTAG, UART, SPI, everything will have some pins. How the pins look like, I will show you. But this is a diagram these are some of the required pins. So that pins, if I zoom in, there are 5 pins. One is optional, but these are some of the names. I don't have time to go in details about what actually these pins are, but something it deals with data, some is clock to make a sync, some is to just select what kind of channel I want. Likewise, hope you get an idea here. Now, if we see, these are the pins which are important for interacting with some, consider I have a smartwatch or a TV or a Wi-Fi router, then there will be one JTAG component, probably, most likely, and that JTAG in your smart device, which will have this kind of pins. And that pins are important to IoT pen tester or a hacker who wants to do something hacking to it or using for some particular research. It is a research domain too. It's not always for hacking. Yeah. So these are the pins, and there are these variations of JTAG. So this is one, but there are other JTAG variations which you might hear. I won't go in details. C JTAG is one of that. SWD is another one. So these are similar to JTAG and have some similar functionality, but are variations to it. JTAG is more famous out of everything, and SWD. So now if we move ahead, we will see why JTAG is important. So JTAG's main functionality, as I told, is for doing some particular debugging. And one important thing is to download or upload a firmware. Like if I want to upgrade your washing machine, which is smart washing machine, how I can upload some firmware or something is over the wire. But if I have a hardware access, I can open that. I can plug this JTAG port. It's just like a USB port, consider. I can plug that in and I can do a firmware upgrade or update of operating system, if you understand that way. Firmware is just like a software for embedded device. So operating system of embedded device are referred as firmware, if you might not have got that by now. So I can use JTAG for doing this kind of functionality. Now, why attackers are curious about it and how they can use this? They can reverse engineering. Reverse engineering, this is a typical good task, but they will do and modify the operating system and try to modify in a way which is good for them to do some more harmful things by it. So I can put some malware in the operating system and I can download in the device, or you can say flash the firmware in the device. So now the device is having some malware or virus into it, which is beneficial for me to do some task. So that's how attackers will try to use this as one of the way to get into the device and hack it and try to use in malicious ways. Now, if we move ahead, these are some of the tools. I will just give a name so it's familiarized to you. JTAGulator is one of the device. JTAG enum is another one. Bus auditor. So these are all the hardware devices. It's like a hardware which is mainly built for the purpose of hacking. I will show you how it looks like in just a bit. So now I'll be quick a little bit. I have many things. So, okay, now it's a quick demo time. Anything here which looks a suspicious thing, and can you just guess, a wild guess, if what kind of interface here? Just give a number in chat, please, quickly, if you can find a JTAG here. As I told, it is a device which looks with some kind of pins. So I'm giving a hint. Maybe you can recognize quickly. Just flood my chat here quickly. I want to see how many of you are awake and paying attention. Okay. I see some replies. Okay, some of them are saying 17. Okay, quite a near guess, but still you can try a bit harder. Nandan. Any other? Just a wild guess. Put any number. It's a lottery ticket. Come on, guys. Just go, do a wild guess. If your mind is still active and working, show me. Put in chat to me or sir. Any, just take a random pick of a number. You can speak if you want. Unmute and speak. Don't be shy. It's fine if you are wrong. It's fine. This is very new topic for most of them, I guess. Okay, 18. Some of them are saying 18. Okay, nearby, but still better try. Okay, one last chance if anybody wants to put any number.
1.
Okay, good nearby guess. You are close to it, but a little far. Okay, let me just break the silence here. Some of them are saying 13. Great. You are going closer and closer, I see. Wonderful. Any last guess here? I'm getting good reply here. Nice. 8. Getting closer, I see. Whoever is trying is good, good. Ankur, Namrata, Jitendra, Nandan, great. Jitendra, 15. Okay, you are a little away now, but very close. Okay, let me go. Okay, somebody is very near now. 4, Nandan, great. I will find now. And let me break the answer here. It's 5. So if you see here, 5, which is this. If you remember something, I told 5 pins are important. So if here if you count, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 pins. So at least 5 of these pins, because we are talking pin out, right? 5 of these pins are something which are important for JTAG, and this is one of that. There are ways to find it. Right now, it's out of scope. It's very technical savvy. So if those who are interested can reach out to me, I will help you how to do that. But this is JTAG pin. This is how it looks. So take a quick look again if you missed it. This is 8 pins. Out of that, 4 or 5 will be utilized for using the JTAG related communication. Yeah. Now going ahead, let's go to UART, which is another interesting protocol. So what UART does is mostly some kind of interaction, communication, talking with other device, another interface. That's the main purpose of UART. Now, UART, because it's a talking thing, like it talks to another protocol or another device, it needs some kind of communication style. So this, if you notice, communication is asynchronous communication. So it means it's maybe it will just talk something and go. It will just do some communication and go. It won't wait for some reply and all those things. Like how right now I'm talking mostly, it's asynchronous communication. But if I talk and you start talking back and we do conversation, that's asynchronous communication. Yeah. So as the required pins we saw in JTAG were 5. Here we have 3, which are TX, RX, GND, ground. So if you see, this is something which UART looks like with some pins and all, but 3 are major important thing you should remember. 2 or 3 maybe, but 3 are remember. Like remember this, it's a thing. We have one more things coming to show how good you are paying notice here and attention. So I will test your knowledge in a bit. Be ready. Variations of UART. One of the famous is USART. If you see the stand of UART, abbreviation stands for Universal Asynchronous Receiver and Transmitter, while USART, another variation, is for Universal Synchronous and Asynchronous. So that's something you don't need to remember, but it's just FYI for you. Why it is important? Because it talks to some other interface on the board. And if there is some data which is important as a hacker to me, this is very good, important things to look for to sniff the data. Like if I'm chatting with one of the friend and if somebody got access to my mobile phone and they open WhatsApp or messages, right? They can see what I'm talking. So this is something like this. UART is one mobile, another UART, which is another device maybe, is talking via UART. So maybe another device or another mobile. So if you check the UART, you can get very good juicy information out of it. So yeah, it's important thing for hacker. Now, what they will look is getting some data like boot up messages, logs, and even shell access. Those who are aware of Linux or NEC, they know what is shell. Shell is like a operating system's way to talk via one command line. And if you get access to command line, you can do pretty much good harm to the operating system. It might be a firmware or operating system of a machine. Yeah. So UART can help you to do that, can get into the system, and you can start hacking and doing more harmful things. All these are very helpful things for hacker. Now, if we see what are some of the tools, I will show you how this tools looks like. USB to TTL, 85 batch, bus pirate, JTagulator, if it rings the bell, we learned already. Bus auditor. These are some of the tools, hardware. All these are hardware tools. So I will show you how it looks like. Hold on. Now I have some another good quiz here, a quick one. Can anybody tell me where wildly on the left, right, bottom, top, anything which looks fishy to you? Everything is very different, I know. If those who are looking first time a hardware, this is how it looks like. There are ports here, which is easy to recognize if those trained eyes. I'll just have a few seconds to wait. You can populate in chat. I'm referring to that too, or just go ahead and unmute yourself and tell me top, right, bottom, center, wherever you find some pins. No? Okay, let me help you a quick clue. I will try to help you locate it. Okay. Were anybody nearby to this? Oh yeah, somebody has talked about the blue wires, I see. Okay. Yeah, so we have two interfaces here. What I need help with is to find which is UART, which is JTAG. If you might have paid a vague attention, just see number of pins you see here, big, small, try to find what is what exactly. If you see, just give me a color, like UART, which color? Anybody can say. UART, yellow or red, which is UART? Just a wild guess. Okay, I am getting some answers. Some of them are telling yellow, some of them, yeah, some of them are telling red. Great, great. Keep it coming. I'll just give a surprise once you find it. So here, UART. Once I guess one thing, another is easy, obviously. One last chance, anybody? Okay, Nandan is going with UART, one particular color, yellow. Okay, Namrata, yellow, great. Yeah, so I see that's a red guess, right guess. And we have UART, which is yellow, and JTAG, which is red. So if you want a quick pick here, this is how it looks like. UART, I said 3 pins. So we have here 3 connections and 5 or some 6 pins here, but it is still smaller than here, which is almost some maybe 16 pins, I guess. So this is 16 pins, this is 6 pins. So you can take a wild guess, obviously. UART needs 3 only, while JTAG needs 5. So JTAG should be bigger one. That's again a lame way to give you a quick idea. It's not the right way to figure out. There are right way to recognize, but yeah, just a quick demo here. So this is, yeah, how it looks, the ports, and how now you can drill down and do some more cool stuff. Now, moving ahead, I have SPI I2C, which I will skip for now because we don't have much time left. And I have more things cool to show you. So I will skip SPI and I2C, a quick run through the same way. SPI, what it is, communication, required pins. I don't want to take time to go through this. If those who are interested personally, please reach to me. You can reach to Snehal sir to get my contact, and I will share later. So yeah, you can reach me for more details on this SPI. Why it is important, why attacker use in how, what different ways, what are the tools. This is one of the chip microcontroller which have interfaces, and one of that is SPI. I have all these details, but we don't have much time to cover. Now, last one, I2C. So the same drill, what it is, what type of communication it talks. It's asynchronous, unlike UART, which is asynchronous. This is how it looks like, something, and 2 pins are required for I2C, SCL, SDA. Likewise, again, there are variations to it, very many variations of names. And why it is important. Again, same drill, attackers, what are the things they will find through I2C communication. I2C, SPI are some of the more powerful things, and you can do more harmful things by these protocols. So those who are curious and want to know, please reach me out, I'll tell you. And these are some of the tools for that I2C. Now, this is how it looks like. Some I2C ports, pinouts, the red ones, the red lines are the I2Cs, if you see. There are multiple variations of it here. I would like to show details, but we don't have much time. So for now, this is at least a quick glimpse. These are some of the links which I will share, so you will have access to it. If you go through, it's very interesting, detailed stuff. How to use Arduino, Raspberry Pi, other devices which are not meant for just hacking or hardware hacking tools, still can be used for hacking. So you can go through this. Now, what are some of the tools? I will give you a quick idea. Some of the tools which are hardware and software both. Hardware tools will be something like JTagulator, which we have come across, Bus Pirate, AT5 Badge, Chip Whisperer, USB Killer. These are some of the hardware tools, and I will show you in next slide how it looks like. Software tools. Software tools can be, again, a framework or analysis or extraction tool. It can help to extract some information or sensitive data or passwords, usernames, firmware itself, everything like that, starting from signals like Ubluetooth. This will help to do some kind of Bluetooth related sniffing. Like if Bluetooth is talking to another device, I can capture that Bluetooth signals and try to get some information, sensitive info out of it. Likewise, Wi-Fi Pineapple, Routersploit, these are frameworks and these are software tools. Wi-Fi Pineapple is again a very good tool for Wi-Fi related pen testing and finding stuff. So let me come and show you how quickly about what the hardware tool looks like. So what you see on the screen, a quick nearby glimpse. This is the famous JTagulator you have heard stories about right now. This is a USB to TTL, as it says here. Hope it's visible, right? A quick thumbs up. It's visible, better?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, great. Hope you're enjoying this. These are some of the hardware tools, how it looks. This is Exploit Nano by one of the famous company, Paya2, which is Pune-based, Indian-based company. So yeah, proud to be having our own products. This is AT5, again, starting from Indian startup in Singapore. Now it is AT5. This is one of the famous AT5 badge tool. So these are some of them. Now, if I try, these are one category I have segregated. These are more tools. This is for wireless Ubluetooth. This is for Bluetooth related communication sniffing. I can capture Bluetooth signals via it. This is a recent, very famous startup based tool, which is already out of stock and people are hunting for this device, which is Flipper device. Flipper Go is the name. It is shape of this dolphin. Its symbol is dolphin. This is very popular and can have multiple different wireless IR like infrared or RF based, Bluetooth based, Wi-Fi based, all sniffing capabilities. This is a very famous oscilloscope. Those who are into electrical or electronics brands, they might have seen one already, which gives signal in-depth analysis about what electrical signals or communication looks like. And finally, some of the toolkits. So in market now, there are toolkits available with all these different devices and hardware tools, starting from sniffing LAN and another traffic and USB killer and a number of things. One of the famous one is this HackFi toolkit, which is in this picture. which is very famous company. And then there are so many toolkits around. So yeah, those who are into hardware hacking and IoT and all, they have a cool toolkits available. Now moving ahead, we'll go to some of the quick check here. So if you see, this is populated fully, but I'll take a quick glimpse. We have short of time, so I'll give a Q&A also, but we have ransomware. We have ransomware in IoT, and obviously it should not be surprised by now. So consider if you are hungry and you are trying to open the door of fridge, because everything is IoT connected, a hacker is controlling, and he's saying, you need to pay to me and I will unlock the door, then you'll get access to food. Otherwise, you are not allowed. Then consider you ate already a very heavy meal. Now you want to just go and lie down on sofa, but you want to quickly wash your dish. So we have a smart washer also for dishwashing. You don't need to do a lame way of washing your dishes. So let me put my dishes to wash. But the moment you try to do that, again, hacker has controlled it and is saying, like, while you are trying to dishwash, I'm busy Bitcoin mining. So I'm using your dishwasher and I'm mining my own Bitcoins. Those who are in Bitcoins, they know what is mining Bitcoins means, yeah. So yeah, that is again under control of hacker. Likewise, if you want your house to be safe, and if there is some kind of fire or smoke, it should try to alarm you and try to do this sprinkler, right? Water sprinkler. But again, hacker is saying, pay me $30 in Bitcoin. Otherwise, you won't even come to know if there is smoke or fire going in your house. You will still be sleeping and everything will go on fire. So likewise, everything in future will be very much controlled, and it's not a time, as in cyber, that is a famous saying. It's not about when. It's not about if it's going to happen. It's about when it is going to happen. So you very well be the next target of hacker. So be careful and be vigilant. Now I have one cool thing coming, a surprise to you. So those who are a fan of Mr. Robot, please hang on. There is something coming soon. If not, just Google what's Mr. Robot after this session and you will go crazy, because most of the things what I show here, many things are really done very well, and that's one of the famous and mostly practically showing how hacking goes in terms of IoT. So coming up, hello friend. So somebody is want to greet you, and if you read here, it's just trying to say and warn you about something coming. So hold on, fasten your seatbelt. I'm trying to show one more video, a quick one, which is very awesome. Yeah, so a fair warning, they are in control. And what about to show? It's about, oh yeah, so back. So what was the conclusion here? Don't buy a smart house until you have a backup of traditional house, I guess. Yeah, so hope you like that video. Am I audible? Just a quick thumbs up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are
Okay,
audible.
great. So yeah, the video is from a small clip from Mr. Robot, which is one of the web series, and it's very good and informative. So those who are into hacking and those who want to watch, if not, that's a very good to check out. Please do that and enjoy it. Sorry for the spoiler already. Now we'll move to the last one, and I'll be quick one because we don't have much time. Snehal, sir, if we are allowed to extend some 5-10 minutes, if people are fine for Q&A.
Yeah, sure, no issue. You can go.
Okay, so yeah, I'll try to wind up quickly. And this is the last phase. Hope people are excited and learned some good stuff already by now. A quick thumbs up or appreciation is very good to know. The same. Meanwhile, I'll just tell you about what other things we can move forward with. Till now, whatever you have seen is about how different people try to. Thank you so much for all the responses. It's great to see thumbs ups and claps. So all the things which a malicious person can try to hack into a system. And now it's time to see how to protect as an industry or a consumer and what exactly you can learn better about this technology and what are good resources in industry to learn this. And then what is the future ahead for us? Like what else other different technologies which are on similar lines can be already learned about and be aware of. So that helps us to be in sync with the world going as this fast pace is going nowadays. So let me quickly go. So these are some quick insight about what exactly as if we see a consumer practices. So this is something for you and me as a consumer of IoT products we should know, or at least try to practice this as a good practice to protect our devices, our ecosystem, and ourselves indirectly. So try to not have default password. If you buy any smart devices or anything, try to change the passwords to something more strong, more something to your choices. Yeah, try to make sure vulnerability means this is something, again, not everybody will be able to do as a individual, but if you are having a company, your business, or any such a job you are doing, try to suggest them or try to make sure some of these are followed. Implement a disclosure policy. So those companies who are facing this kind of cyber warfare or hacking, they need to disclose the same thing and try to make sure each of the customer and everybody is aware of it. So people will be aware. Then, as I told, software should be up to date. Try to communicate securely. Try to store the credentials and sensitive data in a right way and secure way by encrypting or encoding or things like that. If you are using your password, don't store just like in sticky notes everybody do on the desktop, easy to see and check by everybody. Try to store in some more secure storage, like there are a number of smart applications which you can password protect and all. So use those kind of thing, or use best thing is password managers. One of the open source and good one I recommend is Bitwarden. I will tell later about how it is, but yeah. So likewise, use password manager. Don't store just offline or in Excel or Notepad. It's not good practice. Then try to make sure software integrity, use and download always genuine and trustworthy softwares, not something which is malicious and third party from some unknown source, because it might be having malware or viruses. Yeah. Try to use and delete data after use, personal data. Try to delete it if not required anymore. Monitor all your systems or whatever smart system or smart gadgets you have. Make sure it's protected and it's not behaving incorrectly. Like if you see that video, everything was going out of control. She was not able to control anything because hackers were actually controlling that and has hacked into their IoT smart home. That's why they were trying to attack in all the different way to make sure she runs out of the house. And there were bigger motive behind it. I don't want to spoil those who want to watch the season, but it's always good to know all the ecosystem of IoT is protected and it's up to date and secure always. Yeah. So these are some of the good practices to do. And if we quickly move ahead, these are manufacturer practices. So those who are building smart devices or products, they should make sure some of this are done properly, like having unique set of credentials. Each device should have some different credentials. Otherwise, if one device or smart camera gets hacked, hacker can get access to all the smart cameras which are accessible to all the different customers across the world. You got the idea, I guess. Then Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi, it's very risky. So try not to connect it unless you are sure it's protected. Like you go to airport and you see open Wi-Fi, you go to hotels, you see open Wi-Fi. Chances are people are hacking into it and sniffing the traffic. You never know. So be vigilant. Legacy system, don't use old and legacy system. Try to replace with new and updated systems. Don't have unauthorized open endpoints so people can hack into it. Don't do that. Likewise, all these are industry practices. Valid firmware, secure boot. There is a concept of secure boot. You might hear in future if you are in IoT domain here and there. So you need to make sure devices are having secure boot. Secure boot is something now getting more familiar in operating system. Your laptop might have one if you have recently bought, maybe 5-6 years into it. Chances are they might have secure boot. TPM is one of the things you might have heard of, trusted platform module, which is one of the things which makes sure secure boot stays in place. So likewise, there are all these things manufacturers should make sure. Now is the great thing. I am sharing all this thing. You don't need to worry on taking notes. Slide is being shared with you all. All these are very famous and popular books right now. Even myself and my other colleagues are referring and reading to make sure we are up to date with all this new learning of IoT, hardware, embedded, everything, what you say. Overall, everything boils down to the Internet of Things and other things I will show you. These are very good, great books you can refer to start with. These are all the very good training institute and courses. Most of them are foreign-based institute and companies, but very good. We have our own companies and few Indian companies too. So you can refer these things. And once you start referring, you will come across all the other resources, but I'm just pointing few of them. It's not in ranking. It's not like this is the first one or second one. It's just a numbers I have given. Everything is equally covering some unique and important surface area for learning. So go through it. Likewise, these are the repositories. All these repositories are something like a GitHub. You can know already. Everything is GitHub links. So many people, authors, researchers, academic people like you, all the students, everybody contributes to this kind of GitHub repositories to compile fully something which is very good for a general audience to learn something on hardware hacking or IoT and embedded part of it, pen testing, perspective of it. Likewise, red teaming, again, that's a very different domain of one of the cybersecurity. Those interested, please connect to me. So all these are very great treasure trove of all these repositories. It covers everything what I cover here plus like 1,000 times more than that in perspective of tools and technology and books and videos and authors to reach and all. Yeah. So this is like very important slide. If you don't know anything, if you haven't followed anything in the session, go here, refer yourself, learn yourself from everything here. So it's very beautiful. Now, what else you see around, like how we are talking about IoT. Full session is IoT, right? But I want to make sure you as an audience have more better knowledge and be more ready and vigilant for future. So I want to teach already and share the things which already the people who are in industry might be slowly and gradually knowing, but want to make you more advanced compared to all the others right away, right now. So I'm sharing these things with you, which is very similar to IoT, which is OT, something you might have heard of. There is a very demanding things going on. OT is some technology which again is more on the industrial equipment and processes. If you see, it's more about how the nuclear power plants, all these major chemical industries, all the food industries, everything works on some other small devices like PLCs, actuators, and some kind of devices which make sure everything automates. So OT is one of the technology, and it is very similar to IoT, but it has its own differences and unique factors. That's why it is relevant here. And this OT and IoT, there is a convergence happening soon. Sorry, OT and IT, my mistake. IT and OT are converging. So soon, what we talk about IT, information technology, will be something to be like combined slowly and gradually in day-to-day life with OT, operational technology. And it's very demanding right now. SCADA, you might have heard of. If not, it stands for Secure Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. Again, there are many things in detail, but what actually it do at high level is supervision of some things which are machine and processes. Again, this is very industrial related. Everything is computerized nowadays. Everything is having data. So data, computers, machines, that is the future. That's ruling the world. So if not already, try to start gathering info on this and learning on this part. Now ICS is another thing, SCADA, ICS, all those things, DCS. So overall, everything talks on similar lines of electronics or industrial or instrumentation, computer, network, data, machines. But everything is very unique and have its own scope and different learnings and more. It's like big umbrella covering everything. And this session is very not enough for covering all these details, but I want to at least make sure if you hear any word like ICS or DCS or OT or IT, or if you talk to your friend tomorrow, any colleagues or family member, now you can proudly say all the things which you are already aware, which will come slowly and rule the world in next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the line. And all this is already going around us. It's just you might not be aware. I might not be aware of details, but it is going slowly and steadily. And because it is going, hackers will always have more things to be learned from here and get into it and get some money out of it. Or nowadays, cyber espionage, which is like state level hacking, like what they say is state sponsored hacking, right? So that's when nation-based or nation adversaries and all will be interested to make sure, consider as an example, one country, most of the popular countries you might have heard of, starting with R and N and all those sessions, you know, all the countries are very much interested to fight among the other states which are powerful like I and U, and I try to avoid the namings here, but all of them are very much interested to attack all the other countries to make sure they are ruling the world. They are the superpower in the country's list. So all those will use this as one of the war, like more of the war. If you see the recent Ukraine and Russian war also, there are so many wars which parallelly was going on, not just physically, but cyber also. Many attacks were cyber attacks, and it was focusing industries from ICS or SCADA and OT and IoT. So this is the future. Everything is going this direction. So rather than putting like ostrich, hiding your face under the ground, better be courageous and ready for what's to come. Be ready and cyber vigilant. So, and now I have a great news. So what that might be? You have given your precious 2 hours plus time here. So I want to make sure what you learn, what you grasp here, and what you just at least have a word here in mind will be always useful in future down the line. And to make sure we have something like that, I have taken the coverage of what I teach you in a way which is always some 15, 20, 30 years ahead, which will be still useful for you. So the great news here for you is whatever major portion of learning we have done as a kickstarting today in IoT or embedded security. Yeah, so yeah, round of applause for that. I'm going to give you some better insight here, please. Some applause, some thumbs up here is appreciated. So you are going to go crazy if what I'm going to say. All the things, whatever we have here covered, actually applies to the surprise to IoT and SCADA and ICS and DCS. So this is very great because you have just like how we do one stone for 2 different things at a time, like ek tir se do nishan kinda, yeah. So what we have done is we have done some basic and fundamental exposure of one technology and domain, but we have covered all these 4 different other domain technologies too, which are future-proof for you. So in just 2 or 2.5 hours, what you will learn and explore is very much multiplied by 4-fold or 5-fold because of it. So I'm very happy you stayed here and learned all these things. And now I'll just go through all the references just as a credit to all the good and smart and very much deserving people who has contributed to all the slides and PPTs and videos. So all these are the references I have taken time to gather and put theirs for credits. So their worth, their efforts and hard work is much appreciated, and I'm very happy to learn and grasp some of the things from this all and share with you today. And it was a very beautiful journey with you. So now I think it's time for me to just share these credits and say thank you to all of you. And we'll have some 5-10 minutes or how much you can extend for questions answer. I can be available here. So thank you all. And it's been my pleasure to hear present all this interesting and beautiful, exciting things I have and whatever I have learned across till now with you guys. You are going to brighten so many future as faculties or some kind of academia in terms of research and development. So each of you will have many good responsible work to be shared with in an industry and a world. So I'm very happy for you and all the best to each of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rajan. Participants, come on. If you are having any queries or questions, I know we are running short of time and time is actually over. But if you are having any motivation behind this, if you are having any questions or query, you can ask to the Rajan. You can put your question in the chat box so that we can answer your queries. Yeah. And I request quickly, Rajan, you can stop sharing your screen so that you can see someone if
Sure.
they are asking a question.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I request co-host Manisha, you can take a snapshot. I request again, today is the last day of, come on, today is the last day of the online session from the ATAL FDP. You can start your video so that we can capture again for the memorable moment from the ATAL FDP. You can start your video for the, start your camera for the 2 minutes at least. I request, Manisha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Manisha, you can take a snapshot of this. And meanwhile, please go ahead with the question answers. Yeah.
Yeah, any questions? Much appreciated. I'm very happy to see faces coming on screen slowly, one by one.
Okay, I can see only few faces in the screen.
Others are very shy. I guess we need more people like me to entertain here a little bit more, so people get more free and don't be shy much. I guess all of you are very comfortable and cozy at home. Start going out, see the world. There are so many cool people and hackers and people like you who are in teaching field or might be a student or so many different things. But yeah, it's a very good time to learn and explore and open up a bit more, have an open mind.
Yeah, I repeat again, please turn on your camera. Please, I request you, let's make a memorable moment. Let me capture, take a secure place and turn on your camera. I know during the online take a secure place, turn on your camera so that we can capture. And of course, this is the end of online session, but this is not a finishing of the ATAL FDP. We are going to meet offline also at the RK University, where you can find the good hands-on, definitely. And trust me, if you allow me, we can make a community of the cybersecurity and digital forensics, and we can start with the good research. As I am attached with the number of law enforcement agencies, I am contributing to them. I am working with the cybercrime branch of the Gujarat as well as the India also. And I'm not a volunteer over there. I'm working professionally over there. So definitely, if we find the good projects over there, you can connect with me. definitely we'll get the good solution. We'll do the research. So let's be the family, and
Oh,
let's
yeah.
do the good at the cybersecurity and digital forensics. Of course, this 2.5 hours is not enough to learn everything. Trust me, to learn a cybersecurity, it will take more time. And if I consider, do you remember in the first day itself, I shown you the Kali Linux. If you want to learn Kali Linux in a first, if you want to learn the tools from the Kali Linux, each tool will take the at least minimum 1 month to learn. In a more accurate way, right?
Yeah.
So you can understand how vast this field is. But trust me, this is the future of the next generation. If we will not improve our skills, then nobody will stop the cyber crimes. So that's how we are going to build a community in future. Definitely we'll work together and we'll make a good research work on it. So I really thanks to AICTE Training and Learning, ATAL Academy. They give us the good opportunity to go ahead with this kind of short training program. 2 weeks of good full explorations of the cybersecurity and digital forensics with their hands on. Yeah, so nobody wants to turn on their camera. Yeah, again, last request. Then, of course, you can ask the question answer meanwhile. Yeah, please.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Please
I guess
stay.
people are more shy here, I see.
No,
All
they
of
are in the
them are.
weekend mood. They are in the
Yeah, I
weekend
see
mood.
that. I'm also in weekend mood, but yeah, it was exciting to share
Yeah.
with you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Any queries? Any questions?
Guys,
Nobody?
come on. I guess they are either expert in this already, no questions at all, or nobody understood anything here.
मुझे पता है बाद में है ना ढूंढने जाएंगे कि सर वो एक IoT का सेशन हुआ था उस टाइम पे तो ये पता नहीं था बट अभी थोड़ा थोड़ा कुछ मुझे कैन आई गेट द कांटेक्ट so that I can connect with him and I can get so better you ask now आप ये भी पूछ सकते हो कि sir how can I get the multinational companies how can I crack the multinational company by having a knowledge of the IoT and IoT pentesting or IoT forensics, whatever you can ask. सर आपको इंटरव्यू में क्या पूछा था आप ये भी पूछ सकते हो.
Exactly. Yeah. Go ahead,
Yes,
please.
that is
Whatever
how
I
we
can answer, I will.
Yeah.
Are they allowed to talk in, like, is there anything like Hindi is not fine, Gujarati is not fine, then I can talk in that also, yeah.
Yeah, આપણી જોડે ગુજરાતી જ છે તમે વાત કરી શકો.
Okay. કેમ કે ગુજરાતીમાં મારા ખ્યાલથી વધારે બધા comfortable રહેશે એવું લાગે છે.
Yes. Nobody. काश इसमें भी IoT होता ऑटोमेटिक 930 होता वो लोग साइन अप हो जाते.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just kidding. But that is how IoT is. But trust me, again, IoT attacks will be there more and more, and we need to secure. We need to find the security on this. So, चलिए मैं ही एक question पूछ लेता हूँ. Sir, where you are looking forward with the IoT pentesting or forensics in future, and what kind of projects that we can get from the industry? I mean. Currently, what is your exact projects? I mean, what industries are demanding from us? Like, if students are joining with the multinational companies, how they can start with the IoT pen testing or forensics? What they need to do?
Okay. So just to make sure people understand right, IoT pen testing, which I took right now the session about, is one of the part. Another is IoT forensics. So IoT pen testing is, if you know by definition, obviously, all the things before an attack is happening, pen testers will try to make sure they try to find the vulnerabilities and fix it, as a developer will fix it. So the attacks don't happen. And then an attack happens, then comes forensic people. They will try to find how the attack happened, what happened, why happened, how to stop it further. next time not happening it. So in IoT, both the spaces are very good, and pen tester or forensic person can be very much equally important. And I am working mostly on the offensive part, which is the pen testing part. Defensive is the forensics part. So in pen testing part, if you want to see, you just need to have all the basic regular security fundamentals at least clear. So in the session, I shared with you all the fundamentals of embedded system, electronics, and IT, obviously, the regular operating system stuff and all programming languages. So if you have this knowledge, it's good to start in some working position in regular IT job, like administration or some, now everything is DevOps and so many other SRE and so many other technologies and positions are open. So if you are in IT or administration stuff or something, slowly try to understand the security behind it. So you can slowly start building your IT skills and then go to this skills, which is web application pen testing. That is a basic available to everybody. You can learn from home, you can practice at home, you can do everything at home, and is a basic good start. All the industry people will look for something like web application pen testing, which is a basic skill. Then you slowly learn, like how I did, API, mobile, network, thick light, slowly add to it. Once you start learning and working in industry, you will learn all these things. Once you have all these things, already if you see, you are covering major portion of IoT. Then slowly you will learn the firmware and hardware and embedded systems security part. So slowly all this will build up, and over the time you will become IoT pen tester. The same way, forensics is another part, but I don't do forensics, so I'm not the right person to talk on forensics part. I'm very good and interested in doing forensics. I have done. So I have a knowledge of forensics too, but I don't do right now in a working condition.
Okay, okay.
Hope it answers, elaborate for everybody, whoever wants to get into.
Yes, yes. Can you see any other question in your private chat? Or
Yeah, I'll just check quickly. There are many people talking. So... Okay, so some of them are asking about global warming, how IoT can be used for it, or further for educational industry and all. So again, I'm not expert in any global warming related stuff, but consider one use case scenario is we have so many smart sensors. So now if a nuclear industry is there, which is doing some kind of nuclear fission and fusion and all process, now they have a sensor installed, which are smart sensors, again, IoT enabled. So they can have a regular check if this fission or fusion process will start emission of some poisonous gases or something. So they will try to detect it at the earlier stage rather than a human monitoring it or nobody's taking any notice. So by the time you detect it early stage, it's easy for prevention also. So over the time, it's very easy to prevent it. Likewise, global warming will be many different things. We'll have some equivalent solutions to it in IoT. Apart from that, okay, there are questions about how to get kit, which I showed, the HackFi. HackFi, just type in Google. I guess all of you are very good smart Googlers around nowadays. So HackFi, just search for it and you will search for a site hackfi.org, I guess, if I'm not wrong. From there, you will go to shopping and all, and you will get a number of their products. A little expensive, but if you want to start with, there are other options. You can reach me out. I will tell you how to go about it. Fun to watch, scary to experience. Okay, there's that. All the other comments are there. Questions, not much now. I think we are covered.
Okay. So let me summarize your session, Rajan. You divided the sessions in a 4-way: facts of IoT, gateway to IoT, IoT embedded, battleground, and war, preparation, and into the future. And of course, this session was more informative uh, in the theoretical part, as well as you shown us the pen testing things. We gone through the interesting part was the OS top 10 IoT security vulnerabilities. How can we shield ourselves, and standards compliance framework for the IoT. Uh, the best part was you shown us the some circuits over there in the part of IoT embedded battleground and in the part of war preparation and into the future. That was really interesting. Again, this session was really informative, and we would like to do more research on it, and definitely will get back to you again if we stuck anywhere, and if we need some support from the industry. Definitely I'll contact, and I'll go ahead with the next level of the research. And I assure you that we will prepare our students to do more research on the IoT and IoT security and IoT forensics. And they will definitely learn the different attacks on the IoT, and they will start with the detections and preventions mechanism research on the IoT. So again, that was not actually we were expecting more from you. I mean, more hours to go, and we were expecting more practicals. But again, this is there will be the time limit. So with this, we are concluding this session. But again, if you are having queries or questions, you can post it. You can contact me, and definitely we'll make some more practicals on it. Rajan, do you have any message for this?
For now, I would like to thank you personally for making me talk here and giving opportunity to come and present in terms of what I have learned and over the years, and just a quick insight of that. And thanks to AICTE and that ATAL portal for giving this opportunity to each of us to get in this very good collaboration where industry comes and join with that academy. And it gives a very good futuristic perspective to student also, because those who are actually students or faculties here will have a very good idea now, and it will help for generations to come. They will be able to at least tell their kids at home or kids at school or colleges and spread this knowledge. So world will be a safer place, literally. So
Right.
thank you so much for everybody to attend and listen to me. Those who slept in between missed some good fun time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, it was a fun time, I guess. Thank you.
Yes,
And open up, guys. Just one recommendation: have open mind, keep learning, and go out of Gujarat if not already. Those who are outside, go out of your own state and check other states and countries and the world. The world has so many things to learn and offer, so don't limit yourself.
Right.
Keep learning and enjoying.
True.
Feel free and happy. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Have a good night and good weekend to everybody.
Thank you so much, Rajan. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye-bye to
Okay.
everybody.
Yeah. Take care. Bye. Good night.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Participants, there is one message for you. Tomorrow we'll be having yoga and well-being and meditation sessions from the ATAL Academy, AICT Training and Learning Academy. So please join without fail. The session will be at 9 o'clock. And session will be for a 1 hour only. So 9 to 10 will be there. Please join without fail. So sometime with the technical, we need some meditation also, right? So every time we are running behind the time, and we are running with the time. So it is again required to refueling ourselves with this kind of meditation sessions. So Atal has given the opportunities to be with the 9 to 10 tomorrow for the yoga sessions. So I'm expecting your 100% attendance over there. It is just a 1 hour session. Please attend without fail. And tomorrow I am going to release the quiz for the faculty members. Thank you so much once again. You can rate today's sessions out of 5. Till now, bye bye. Take care. Good night. Yeah, your feedback matters a lot, and it encourages our resource persons as well as the RK University also. So please drop your feedback. Definitely, if there are some glitches, we'll coming up with the solution. We'll be sharing the PPTs also. We'll be sharing the videos also. So please stay tuned with us. Definitely, you will get all resources. So see you on Monday with the face-to-face offline sessions for the 21st November 2022 to 25th November, Monday to Friday. There will be the 5 days of offline session at the School of Engineering, RK University, with hands-on practices. Bye bye. Take care. Signing off from the session. Thank you so much, Atal. Thank you so much, Rajanji.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Rajan.